Well, some say the second hardest thing for any business is recruiting clients. The hardest part, they say, is actually keeping those clients. So how can you do that? Well, my guests today are the authors of the book, Take Their Breath Away, How Imaginative Services Creates Devoted Customers. And they say the key is offering imaginative services that deliver one-of-a-kind experiences. Chip Bell and John Patterson, welcome to the show.
Thank you,
Hey,
Jackie.
So, Chip, let me start with you. Is customer service something some businesses take for granted?
Oh, absolutely. I think in tough economic times, sometimes that's the first place they cut, and that's a mistake because we know that as customers have diminishing dollars, they look for value, and the piece that they look at most is the experience they get through the customer service.
And, John, what's the turnover rate like these days for companies losing their customers?
That's a great question, Jackie. We often refer to that as customer churn, and it varies by industry. But for companies that are not focused on retaining the customer and focused on keeping an engaged workforce, it's getting higher and higher. Customers have way more choices today than they've ever had, and they use their customer service experience as a way to differentiate between companies.
So, Chip, then what can struggling companies actually do to keep their current customers?
Well, first of all, the obvious is you listen to the customer and try to provide what they want the way they want it. I think it's a great segue from what you just covered at Walmart, how they have done a great job of positioning what they do in a way that says this is what the customer wants, the way they want it, the price they want it, and they're adding people, 22,000 new jobs. But I think what takes it to that next level is adding that element of surprise. There's a little special, unique thing that does, and it might be an unexpected smile, something that doesn't cost you a thing, but the thing that makes that customer feel that was different, that was unique, is what sets them apart.
Yeah, and we also heard that Walmart is creating a dollar aisle. That'll certainly entice customers.
Absolutely, absolutely, particularly in tough economic times. And I bet the 22,000 people they're adding are not being added at corporate headquarters in Arkansas.
Well, John, inside your book you have a bunch of insider knowledge into highly successful companies like Ritz-Carlton, McDonald's, and Harley-Davidson. What are their secrets when it comes to retaining clients? What do they do specifically?
Those folks that you just mentioned, Jackie, do a phenomenal job, and it starts with understanding what kind of experience they're trying to create for the customer, and then building their approach around that experience vision with a lot of standards and processes and a big sustainability campaign. We all know customer service, as we say, is not rocket surgery. It's a lot of basics, but it takes a strong sustainability campaign, training, and leaders that role model the kind of service they're looking for to drive that home to the troops and bring that focus on retaining customers.
All right, Chip, I want to talk to you about what you guys call value unique service. Tell me about these services and why they're more important now than ever before.
Well, we traditionally think about value added, and value added might be taking what the customer expects and adding more. And the challenge with that today is that linear approach to adding value is no longer something I can do economically. A hotel might upgrade you to the concierge level, but I need to sell that room now. Or an airline might say, let's upgrade you to first class. Well, I need to sell that seat. So I can't just focus on value added. So the book is about how do you create value unique, and that's the unexpected. It's not about wowing the customer. It's about creating that whoa, that unexpected, that sort of exciting moment, that unique and surprise to the customer. And we think, if you think about Cracker Jacks, what we loved about Cracker Jacks was not the caramelized popcorn, but the prize inside.
Absolutely.
It's adding that surprise that we think it sets it apart. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be simple.
So can you tell us what company then goes out of their way to do something like that?
Well, one we always love is one you just mentioned, the Ritz-Carlton. They always surprise you with anticipating your needs in very unique ways. But another one we are very fond of is the Kempton Group, particularly their Hotel Monaco, which tailors to the traveling business person who's after a while gets tired of the usual Marriott, Sheraton, Hyatt. They all kind of run together. And this is one that creates that, did you bring a pet? Well, no, I didn't bring a pet. Would you like a pet?
Oh.
We could arrange, how about we arrange
I like
for a
that.
goldfish to be in your room that our housekeepers will take care of. Or another example of that would be the traditional mint on the pillow. Well, at the Hotel Monaco, you never know. It may be a foreign coin, or it might be a flower or a lottery ticket. I got a lottery ticket one time.
I like that.
But thinking differently, thinking out of the box about how do we make this experience something that that creates a buzz, that makes something that people want to tell others about.
Yeah. Well, John, without giving away your secret, what is your formula to success?
Oh, thanks for even asking that, Jackie. But what we try to do is use the formulas we write about in our books and our articles. And we really start by trying to understand our customer and understand what is most important to that customer and see if we can help deliver on what that is. And we follow those things in the book, and we hope we do the same thing we ask people to do in the book, and we deliver that kind of service that people go, whoa, that was incredible. It's the kind of service, as Chip said, and when you're at the Hotel Monaco and you open the closet door, you might expect to find a robe hanging in there. Well, there's a robe in there, but you won't expect it to be yellow with purple polka dots on it. And that's what happens, and it's that feeling that we are hoping to create with our clients, as well as we're hoping they'll create for their clients.
Well, it sounds good. You've got me going right here anyway. I want to thank you both, Chip Bell and John Patterson, for joining us today. Unfortunately, we're out of time right now. I could talk to you guys all day.
Thank you, Jackie. We enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. And their book again is Take Their Breath Away, How Imaginative Services Creates Devoted Customers. And it's on bookshelves now, so go out there and grab yourself a copy. And that's all the Money Matters we have for right now. Remember, for money-saving tips and all your business news, log on to abcnews.com. For now, I'm Jackie Hyland in New York. Stay tuned now for more news that's good to know.